Your investment returns are contingent on men in the workforce. Men. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, men. When men get out of the workforce, your investment returns are inherently going to suffer. And all these Jeremy Siegels of the world, all these guys who say the stock market will keep growing and growing and growing, it's just their heads are so far up their behinds, they don't know which way is north, dude. It's crazy. You need employees to do the job. All the tech doesn't solve the fact that you need some guy to go down there and friggin' clean your sewers out. You need some guy to put an HVAC system. My wife was just telling me about her brother who does HVAC. Installed a $17,000 unit. I don't want to get more into that. Just installed a $17,000 unit. There's more to the story which I won't say. You're not going to get a lady to do that. Is there a lady out there who can do that? Sure. Are there many of them? No. You're going to get a man to do that. And you're not going to get that many college degreed freaking with sociology degrees are going to do that because they don't know their head from the hole in the ground either. You're only going to get a working man to do it. And you know, the last thing a working man wants to hear is how he's got white privilege or he's privileged because he's a man or he's unfairly, he's being rewarded for his labor where freaking, Jenny down the block there is earning her a keep even though she's just an admin assistant at, a hospital. Yeah, admin assistant at a hospital, nothing inherently wrong with that. Absolutely. But don't compare the salary, we could call him, of Danny, who's put a $17,000 HVAC unit, to Jenny down the block, who's an admin assistant. And that's what they do. And we all get this, man. We get this. It's completely anti-male out there. But the problem is the men are leaving. Check this out. My man Roth from Long Island sent this to me. Men not at work. She says right there they only have 35 people working. They need 50. The extra 50 people would be $5 million of payroll taxes that they would have to, not payroll tax, but payroll for which they pay tax on. So check this out. 1953, 98% of working age men were working. In 2020, 89%. That's 7.2 million men not in the workforce. And these are the people who freaking do the jobs that have got to be done. You know this, I know this. When these people are not in the workforce, and guess what, by the way? That's 7.2 million people who aren't actually moving product, paying taxes. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what else I don't know. 7.2 million men are saying, screw you guys. It's funny, I was talking to a guy just yesterday, or today, it was more as a matter of fact, a guy. He was talking about when he moved from Minnesota to Indianapolis, they had a moving van come. It was in the middle of winter. And it was so flipping cold. The movers, men, were moving their stuff. They could not start the moving van. It had to delay the day of their move because it's so cold. So these men were going to this guy's house, loading up everything, put it in the truck, and it was so doggone cold they could not start the car, the truck. The battery went dead. You don't just jump a big old truck like that either, by the way. But not only were those guys doing it, they were doing it in the middle of some of the coldest weather ever, because that's what men do. Men work. Men complain. It's like when I was in the infantry. You're never going to find a non-complaining guy in the infantry. It sucks, but you put your big boy pants on, you drive on, and you gripe. That's okay. No one's going to sit there and say, I can't believe an infantryman's griping. All infantrymen gripe. You're doing crap work, you gripe, but you get the job done. That's what men do. You see what I'm saying? So now you're adding women to the infantry, you're adding women to this, you're adding women to that. What does that do? It violates the honor that men have to do the job. That doesn't mean there's not some women who can do it. There's obviously some women who can be police officers. What I'm saying. Vast majority can't. Or shouldn't be, that's a fact. I'm sorry, if you're my daughter, Maddie, 5'4", $120, if even that, she should not be a cop. No way. Everybody knows that. But we need women as a cop. No, you don't. You need law enforcement officers. People can actually enforce the law. A 5'4", $120 woman isn't going to be able to get the job done. Are there some? Sure. At some point, you have to make a stake and say society can't rely on 5'4", $130 person or $120, whatever it is, to enforce the law when you got a 6'5" guy PCP'd up. Come on, man. It's idiotic. We know this. You know this. And the funny thing is, men are saying, I'm not doing it anymore. And I talk to this guy. I talk to men all the time who are quitting. And people are like, all the time. Wait, come back, Joey. I'll give you $50,000 more. And Joey's like, screw you. Where was that $50,000 before? No. So come back. This guy's just talked today. He'll probably leave his corporate crap. Yesterday, I can't remember. A couple of days or so ago, he's going to leave his corporate crappill job. Ain't going to be no one to replace him. His boss will be like, what do I do now? He's like, I don't know. Sucks to be you. It's not only just men not in the job, it's the older men who have the capabilities who are going to be leaving too. Do you not see this? This is just a snapshot today. The older men with the capabilities are leaving en masse. There's no one there to replace them. Very, very few people. Well, how is an economy going to be running when you don't have the people to actually do the economy? Fewer and fewer people are going to be there. So how is your stock market going to give you 10 to 12% rate of return if you have to pay more and more for your employees, and you don't have enough employees as it is? How does that work? How is that going to be profitable considering what we've had for the last 50 years? It's not. So let me show you something else here. I get this all the time. People say, I'm out of here. Screw you guys. It was funny. Charlotte and I were sitting at lunch yesterday. I overheard this guy next to us, a heavy-set older guy, and he's, I think he might actually work for like Fidelity as a relationship manager or something like that. So not a grinding the gears kind of job. I mean, these guys are a dime a dozen. But he's like, yeah, I can't believe I'm paying. He gets paid $70,000 a year or something like that. I don't know what it was. Because I'm paying. Yeah, I know what they want me to do. They want me to train my replacement who's only making $35,000 a year or making $35,000 less. I said, yeah, because you're in a job that can be replaced. You got to find yourself in a job that can't be replaced, and then you control things. If you're just some guy pushing paper, you can be replaced easy as pie. But when you're putting in 17,000 HVAC units and there's no one there to come up behind you, you are non-replaceable. And if they're treating you like crap, you freaking get the hell out of there, man. Men. So check this out. I was looking at hold on, let me find this. So here's Element Technologies. All right, they're in Lewiston, Maine. Molly B. That's Molly B. is what was big in Arizona. They mined that in Arizona, which does something with bombs, or I can't remember. Anyway, the very front page. Wait, you just saw it here. I want you to come back on a second. The first thing you see when you log into Element Technologies, great jobs in Maine. Come join. The very first thing you see, come join our growing team and start your career at Element Technologies today. Over 35 career openings at our Lewiston facility, supporting cutting-edge applications, semiconductor, medical, and more. So let's look at view job openings. All right. Element Careers. All right, I want to show you something here. Willing to train metal workers. Willing to train. You don't have to have any flipping experience. I've talked about with Nucor, same thing. Do you like working with your hands? How about making metal? If you would like to enjoy working with fire, creating a molding unit, then Element is the place for you. And it says, give us a try. Give us a try. We work with refractory metals, unique metals with the highest melting points, which are used in high technology applications, aerospace technology, and whatnot. Give us a try. These people are freaking desperate, dude. Desperate. I talked about Nucor. We go back over there. Forge a future with us. They'll actually pay you to train. They'll put you, it's like a 22-month program at Nucor Technologies. I think they do steel. I'm not sure exactly, but something like that. Yes, Forge steel. So they're going to pay you to do that. And they can't find bodies because it's no longer about the salary. That's the thing. People coming up, they don't care that much about the salary. You see what I'm saying? It used to not be like that. You used to have to unionize to make sure you got paid right. Now they're like, we'll pay you, just come work. People are like, no, I'm out. What do you think the stock market is going to do if they can't find people to do this? Well, we have to get all these Indians to come over. Yeah, maybe. Brazilians. Haitians, maybe. It's not the same. You know it's not the same. Just because someone comes and can do the job cheaply doesn't mean there's not going to be problems on the front end in terms of communication, shoddy work. They might not do shoddy work. I don't know. But there's communication issues. There's visa issues. There's all kinds of. They might want to go back. They might say, I'm lonely. And they might not like it here. It is what it is. You brought this on yourself. I, for one, it's going to be interesting to see how it shakes out. And it's the revenge of the men. It'll be fun to watch. We'll see you.